gonna be Alpha's over for the team one. We got Seavark on the standby in the back. We got X Spam not going first this time. Maddie in the back. We're gonna have Chicago first out versus Top Banana, who never got to play last game. Playing up some Arcane, got himself a shield rolling, but Chicago could just strip all of his defenses. Gonna be going for the vent there. Got himself the board with a polymer, missiles on the shield, another polymer on Chicago potentially. Maybe it looks like he's just gonna back up out of there. Over on the team, we got us as Tox in the back, we got us as XBD, we got us as Drunky, and we got us as Shield Pills, swapping up mogs again. Just literally playing Fast Craft right now. Literally new mog every arena. Gonna be a quick interrupt onto Top Banana, trying to get himself the Mirrors of Torment playstyle. We know that he's a vent there. If he can get those Mirrors of Torment, does establish him onto Chicago. If he forces Chicago to get some cast off, could be pretty bad. Chicago take a loss of damage, touches the match, absolutely just getting Rampage riddled with missiles. Does Touch Your Magic do a lot of damage? Silence could be really bad. Does go for a Sunder. That's going to be more missiles, but the wall is still out for Chicago. How do you wall while silence, by the way? Does wall not care for silence? For Shaman all the time, going to use it immediately to get himself a little bit of healing and survivability. Top Banana trying to keep the pressure rolling versus Chicago. But he's probably going to have to wait until next set of cooldowns. May have to go for an Ice Block here. Had himself some fantastic burst. May have to use that burst a little bit early if possible. Does establish images. And Kid's gonna go for an Invis in order to get himself a little bit of food from that Earth Elemental. Earth at least gotta get a little confused. Started walking towards Maddie there for a second. Top Banana trying to see if he maybe able to kite out Chicago. Again, just being out in the open with an enhancement shaman is tough, man. There's gonna be a stun capacitor storm next to a trinket side of it, trying not to get interrupted as best as he can. That's gonna be a little bit of that temporal, but I think Chicago trying to see if he can remove it. Wasn't quite able to. Big lightning bolts to the top, and Top have to go for Ice Block. Looking very, very unhappy. I don't blame him though. Chicago just got himself such a good position versus Top, able to recover quite a little bit, does not have the cooldown reduction Night Fae build. So he's not going to have nearly the same amount of defenses, but he basically just has to have himself the biggest possible go with the Mirrors of Torment. Wait, are you Shimmer? I think this man is literally Shimmer. I don't think I've ever seen an Arcane Mage, or at least in a while, play Shimmer. I think most mages nowadays have proper Blink, which is kind of nuts. Sunder by Chicago. Eventually, after using so many abilities, he's going to get rooted. That is going to give Top Banana a lot of missile procs. Going to be a silence on the Chicago. Do they have any interrupts? Going to be big blasters on the Chicago. Trying to see if he can riddle him with missiles. No interrupt for a second. Chicago holding on to the interrupt until later. There's going to be even more missiles. Big damage to Chicago. Do they have a wall for this one? They have a wall in case they want to. Touch Your Magic could be big. Potentially doesn't go big. It does do a little bit of damage. Top Banana finds himself super, super low. Trying to go for a polymer for Chicago as they figure out that they can't quite break through defenses and immediately needs to go for food. Man, that is intense, dude. Every time this mage goes in for full burst, it does get so intense, but I don't know if he can do it here. I'm hoping, I'm praying that this man gets himself a proper go. Trying to auto-attack a totem here. I'm hoping that the Arcane Mage actually gets himself a proper play, but it looks like maybe, potentially, a Shaman is just too big of a counter for an Arcane Mage. Because it is rough. You only got one useful school spell, which is Arcane. I mean, you got Frost, you got a little bit of Fire, but like, it's very, very utilitarian. Top Banana does get missiles on Chicago. That is going to give Top Banana a little bit of resources, but the dots on the Flame Check and the Ghost Raptors just send him over the edge. Not playing that Night Fae means you have less cooldown reduction. Super, super unfortunate, but Chicago does end up taking him out. Looks like maybe Drunk is going to be up next, setting up a Flesh Cap. Wall and Camo ready to go versus Chicago. Got himself a pre-wall ready to go into static totem onto Drunky, keeping him in place, not focusing on killing totem, but does end up dodging the capacitor totem, however. Drunky trying to keep the dots rolling, trying to cut out Chicago. Big chain harvest. Chicago's able to turn the damage around, got himself full re-heal, while Drunky's kind of lowish on health. That's going to be Ghost Raptors joining in, giving Chicago plenty of maelstrom, trying to see if he can turn the attention onto the pets. Is Chicago still playing the, I guess my question is Chicago still playing that Ascendance Legendary? Can it be Diamond Ice out of, Drunky? So whenever Chicago gets hit with the freeze, Drunky can't even break it. I wonder if that's good in arenas. I guess it does give you, I guess, control over the enemy, right? You're going to freeze them. There's no healing that they can get, no damage they can get. You're making sure they get a guaranteed freeze. So that could be pretty good there. Death Shock and ripping right to Chicago. Double Explosive does get a Diamond Ice, making sure Chicago can't go anywhere, making sure nothing breaks that CC. But I guess that can be kind of advantageous. Turtle Shuffle Drunky really, really early. Stun on Chicago does not have a trinket. So it's really going to be down to Drunky. Can they get any kind of damage? Trying to get whatever damage they can. But kind of got himself in a corner there, trying to see if he can juke around Chicago. Quick feign death for a second. The pet does get a Flame Check on it, so Drunky can't go for a camo. Trying to drop down some traps, but Chicago decides to want a global or two, and Drunky I think is down for the count. I'm wondering what kind of a legend Chicago is rolling. Drunky does get another freeze. is the best to have a down on it. Maybe can get a Kama. Trying to go for a Kama, but the Frost gets you out in the open. I think a Flame Strike's still rolling on you. Trying to get some downs from Chicago. That's going to be another Flame. And maybe the Kevin Slime gives you a shield long enough to survive this. Looks like Kevin Slime does give you a little bit of survivability. And this is where Drunky is going to go for a bit of a feign death. I think Chicago may not be running a Sentence Legendary this time. I think maybe they're running the Ghost of one. Freezing Trap right as they're trying to approach Drunky. Unable to really do much. Maybe this is where the Hunter gives himself a proper reset. Maybe gives himself a proper camera. But it doesn't look like it. Trying to see. Is Chicago... I'm not seeing the Ghost Rolls really get a cooldown reduction. So maybe you are still Ascendance Legendary. It just hasn't procced so far at all. Stun in Chicago. Drunky able to actually get quite a bit of damage. It looks like he's starting to turn around a little bit. Or should Lego? Is that what it is? Okay, that may be it actually. I didn't even realize. That's a Lego know what a lot of people run nowadays. And Chicago goes in for a quick Storm Strike, just uppercuts the boy with Chill Pills rolling in. This is where Chicago trying to play it very defensive, trying to drop this Sonic Totem. Gonna be trinket by Chicago with a wall as Chill Pills got all cooldowns rolling in. Does get a stun onto Chill Pills with a capacitor, with Chill Pills solely focused in on the Shaman. Wasn't quite aware that his capacitor totem standing right next to him. Sunders him, shocks his system, and prevents the burst from continuing any longer. Chicago was able to avoid him. Next minute, well, actually, rather in the next 35 seconds, because it's going to be another set of bursts. Every single time a silence, or rather a blind until a stun comes out for Chill Pills, that's how you know there's going to be quite a bit of bursts out of this Frost Death Knight. Chicago tried to see if he could catch up to him. Got plenty of opportunity, plenty of pressure. Earth Element to join in. There's going to be Chain of Ice back-to-back spam, but Chill was able to use the Chain of Ice around these boxes to keep the Shaman at bay. And maybe that's what they will do. Literally he's literally done this for 30 seconds. I'm actually getting, my head is spinning. Because you guys have been running circles around these boxes this whole time. Literally, Chicago just gotta stop. Like, you know what? I'm just getting caught around these boxes. They're in Ghost Wolf. Got a lot of the damage in the world, all the mobility. Maybe DC'd? No, hopefully not. Stun Chicago. Do they just go down? Grippy hand out on Shilpas. Does Chicago survive the silence as they do get him for a battle? Master Chicken Sunder on Shilpas. Does go for a trinket. And looks like Chicago does go down with X-Spam. Gonna be immediately getting in there. Not giving Shilpas an opportunity to recover whatsoever. Got us a big bong hammers ready. Trying to see if he can bong Shilpas down. And Shilpas just trying to avoid him as best he can. Got him some movement. What is this Death Knight mobility? I never seen Frost Death Knight chunk that fast. He's just moving, boys. Just scooting around. X-Spam forced to slow down and start attacking the Kevin Slime as he does get hit with a slight bit of slow. Chilpa's just trying to avoid him as best he can. 20 seconds on the next Pillar of Frost. X-Men will definitely have a trinket for this one. Maybe Chilpas can, with maybe a blind, doesn't go for a blind, just gonna let it happen. Maybe a grip back in, that's a reflect, it's gonna reflect something. Not really sure what reflected. Intro a silence on X-Men will not be able to go for Rallying Cry, disarm Chilpas, but it's gonna be yet another stun. Chilpas getting disarmed, just kind of is out of utility, out of mobility. It's gonna be X-Men trinketing, but a blind meets him head on as he charges back out towards Chill. Does not have a defense anymore. No more friends in regeneration. Kind of out in the open all by him lonesome. Try to see if he can focus on the bed, but Triple sacrifices it very quickly, giving XC Spam one less target to fight, and he's gonna try to see if he can maybe control him with a Chain of Ice. X-Spam, no cooldowns, no! The Rallying Cry and the Battle Masters both fall off at once, and it looks like maybe the Frost Fever was ticking down on him little by little. Triples does claim yet another victim. Stun on Chill Pills, army that could potentially be joined in. There it is. Chill Pills looks like maybe he's gonna stay in. Got himself the grippy hand, full cooldowns ready. Silence and the stun on Alphras. Gonna be IBF and Lichborn available. Actually, no IBF just yet. AMS for both of them though. Lichborn for one of them. I'm not sure which one though. Alphras getting stunned up yet again. Drops down AMZ, but it doesn't even matter. Oh my god. Chill Pills trying to see if he can take the momentum into Maddie. Maddie went in with the stun immediately. Does juke out and interrupt. That's gonna be full doubts and Chill Pills. Got himself the Lichborn. Maybe he could go for Shackles, because he is technically an undead. Don't really know if that Unholy Transfusion reached the Death Knight, but he's gonna go use that Kevin Slime for a little bit of healing. Madden used to push in. If Madden could just push in towards Chilpas, that'd been a fantastic spot. The Mages of the Dead try to see if he can put in some pressure on the Death Knight, but the DK is at least able to get some death strikes off that thing. Trying to go for a bit of a cast PI and everything available. Chilpas trying to see if he can avoid it. Gonna be a stun around the corner with Void Eruption. Does he have the Void Bolts? He does have the Void Bolts, but the Death Knight is going to avoid him completely. Maddie is trying to see if they can maybe get a couple of Vampiric Embraces in here, maybe a couple of Void Bolts in, a couple of TPs in there. Maybe potentially possibly silencing a Maddie. Full pills of frost, chill pills, trinkets out of the fear. Second stun to Maddie does go for disperse. That's what chill pills I think is gonna back up out of there. Maddie using that disperse mobility to stay with chilled with that death back to give himself a little bit more health to work with. Not a lot of health that he can really work with in terms of healing. He has to wait out until the narcotics fall off. But in terms of just having more health overall, like his own rallying cry, he does get one. Literally running away from the priest, but swinging by the mages and going for death strikes from time to time on that thing. Waiting for 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second until his full cooldown is available. AMS is up. Maddie's trying to go for a bit of greater fate, but it's only going to stop him so much. Maddie definitely needs to have some kind of defense, offense, some kind of CC, anything stunned to follow with big obliterates back to back and chill pills. Trying to see maybe taking momentum towards Seawork. Does get him out with a death grip and death and decay. Eats him out in the open. Couple of slams with obliterates, and Seawork is already in a bit of a weird spot right now. And he needs to go for as much self-healing and defenses as possible. Poor Priestman can't do anything. I know, right? I feel so bad. I'm really hoping the priest in Dragonflight will be able to really be reborn into a whole new entity. I'm hoping Blizzard does good with their talents. It gives them an opportunity to make a big comeback and be a little bit more survivable. I guess. Okay. He just barraged him. He just popped cooldowns, got around him, one barrage, and you end up executing him. And playing the execute barrage legendary. Okay. That went fast. Extremely fast. CVX has to go versus XBD and Toxic. Can you do it? Gouge onto the Arcade Mage. 45k barrage. Tell me it was a crit. Tell me it was a crit. If it's a non-crit, that would have been an 80k barrage. But the only reason it hits so hard is because you're in execute range. My goodness. That's crazy. Oh my god. We just watched Shill just absolutely go for the most amount of bursts, and that was literally a one-shot. Grapple hook just tries to get him close. Ambush to follow. Disarm onto the mage. Disarm the mage. Disarm the mage. What's he gonna do without a disarm? Cloak shot is not available for XBD. This could be pretty bad for Seawork. Actually, it could be bad for both of them. Arcane missiles with that all the time. Shift in power. Gouge interrupted. XBD trying to roll some dice. One of the dice went on top of the boxes. Got him some images to at least get some slices dices off of. Needs to get him some big pistol shots if you can. Even go for big back-to-back pistol shots, he'll be in a fantastic spot. Trying to go for big pistols where Seawork rooted out in the open. No vanish, no nothing. Touch of the Magi. Blind from a mile away. That's that out-of-the-world blind ability, man. You can give it the extra bonus range. You trinketed that root, literally walk 2 steps, blinded Seawork from a mile away. But that is a trinket committed. See if I got all the cooldowns available, but I think it's over. Yeah, as soon as I saw the rogue trinket blind, a root, I think it was like, you know what? Today was a good day. I deceived. Oh no. Oh no. I was thinking you just gave up, but not. Deceived. Yeah, I actually got confirmation. Deceived. I have a screenshot. Actual deceived. Yep. I actually have a screenshot that confirms it. I see what it is with the sap at 0.0. So basically, sap got to 0.0 and just keeps hanging there. There's no way you've been able to take a snapshot of the sap as soon as it hits 0.0.